What if I told you that the airline fee you've been paying for years, without even questioning it, might not exist in 2026, while brand new ones are quietly being added right under your nose, hidden in the fine print that most travelers never even see? The truth is, airline fees in 2026 are shifting in ways that even frequent flyers don't expect. And it's honestly wild how fast the industry is changing behind the scenes, almost like they're rewriting the entire playbook while pretending everything is normal. And the craziest part, most passengers won't realize what's happening until they're already standing at the check-in counter, confused, frustrated, maybe even angry, wondering how in the world the same flight they booked last year feels so much more expensive, even though the ticket price looks about the same. Something is happening. And no one is talking about it in a simple, real, easy-to-understand way. So let me break this down for you the way most airlines never will, because 2026 isn't going to be like 2025 or 2024 or any other travel year you can remember. Airlines aren't just changing fees, they're changing the entire psychology of travel, shifting costs from places passengers expect them to places passengers never look. And this all started quietly, with small internal memos in airline headquarters, meetings behind closed doors, and risk analysis reports that predicted something airlines have feared for years: passengers learning how to avoid fees. Yup, you heard me. Travelers have become too smart, too strategic, too good at working around fees. They learn to pack lighter, book smarter, join loyalty programs, and basically dodge airplane charges like they're in some kind of airport video game. So in 2026, airlines decided to flip the board and start charging in totally different, unexpected categories. Some airlines are experimenting with what they call micro-comfort fees, which sounds tiny and innocent until you realize these are fees for things you never imagined would cost money, like choosing a seat that is literally identical to the one you would get automatically, or getting a boarding pass printed at the airport, or asking for a seatbelt extender, or even using priority overhead bin space if you board late. Yes, really. They're testing that. And the weirdest part, they're not calling them fees anymore. They're calling them travel experience adjustments. It's marketing genius. A little evil, but still genius. And then there's the 2026 trend that almost feels fake until you see it happening. Airlines copying streaming services. Instead of raising one big fee, they break it into tiny pieces so small you think it's no big deal. But add them together. Boom. Suddenly, your $39 budget ticket becomes a $142 mystery purchase. And don't forget this. 2026 introduces something most travelers have never heard of: demand surge cabin pricing. Basically, if too many people choose a seat type, like window seats or aisle seats, in a short time, the airline's algorithm automatically increases the fee in real time, meaning a seat that cost $18 when you clicked might cost $29 by the time you check out. And airlines aren't stopping at seats. Baggage fees are mutating too. Some carriers are testing bag pricing that changes based on weight ranges instead of flat rates. Bring a suitcase that's 33 pounds, you'll pay one fee. Bring a suitcase that's 34 pounds. Boom, new fee. £1 equals new price bracket. And nobody tells you this unless you're reading policy updates like a lawyer. Another weird one: gate check surge pricing. If too many people show up with carry-ons, airlines want to charge passengers extra right there at the gate because the overhead bins are full, and they know you have no choice at that point. It's brutal. But wait, 2026 also brings a surprising twist that most people will actually like. Airlines are eliminating some fees too, not because they want to be nice, but because data showed those fees were making passengers avoid certain airlines entirely. One major airline noticed millions in lost revenue because passengers refused to pay the customer service phone fee. So they're dropping it in 2026. Some airlines are also lowering change fees on domestic routes because passengers have become unpredictable, and airlines realized more flexible booking actually increases sales. And loyalty programs. Oh man, these are being flipped inside out. Instead of rewarding miles, they're rewarding engagement. Meaning if you watch airline videos, open promo emails, use their app often, or buy small add-ons, you get benefits that used to require thousands of miles. They want passengers hooked like social media feeds. But here's the scary part. 2026 will probably be the last year travelers can fly the way they're used to. AI-powered pricing models are taking over completely. These systems track passenger habits, luggage patterns, booking timing, seasonal behavior, flight searches, route popularity, airport crowd levels, and thousands of tiny variables. The AI then updates fees every few minutes. It doesn't sleep. It doesn't pause. It never forgets. And the more you travel, the more it learns about you specifically. In 2026, fees aren't just changing, they're becoming personal. Your friend might pay a different price for the same exact add-on, and airlines will tell you it's dynamic optimization, not discrimination, even though it kind of feels like it. But there's still hope for travelers who know what's coming. For example, 2026 introduces something called purpose-based ticketing. Passengers who travel for medical reasons, emergencies, funerals, volunteer work, or caregiving may receive fee waivers automatically if they submit digital proof through airline portals. It's not publicized yet. It's hidden, but it's real. Then there's the fast exit surcharge, tested at 2 international airports, where passengers pay extra to exit the plane faster from the front door instead of waiting. I know, sounds insane, but airlines are betting passengers will pay to save 10 minutes. And honestly, some will. And remember those tiny water cups on flights? Some airlines want to start charging for them on short routes in 2026, arguing that water is available at the airport. But don't worry, this isn't legal everywhere, so that one may not survive. Now let's talk about families. This one is huge. In 2026, airlines are quietly pushing for family cabin clustering fees, meaning families who want guaranteed seats next to each other, even if the flight is lightly booked, must pay extra. Airlines argue it prevents seat swap negotiations during boarding, which cause delays, and delays cost them money, so now you pay. And speaking of delays, there's another fee coming: Delay Shield coverage. It's basically flight insurance disguised as an add-on. If your flight gets delayed more than 45 minutes, they'll give you compensation, but only if you purchase the fee. Yes, airlines want you to pay extra to protect yourself from their delays. It's wild. But here's the thing, not all changes are bad. Some airlines want to introduce transparent fare mode, where you see exactly how your fare is built before you buy it. It's optional, but it's coming. And some are experimenting with bag-free ticket discounts, where travelers who bring no bags at all get significant price reductions, sometimes as high as 20–30%. And one airline is testing silent cabin zones, peaceful areas where passengers pay a small fee to sit in a no talking, no kids, no loud headphones section. Basically, a quiet library in the sky. But all of this is building towards something even bigger. Airlines preparing for a future where flights are cheaper upfront, but loaded with micro fees that feel small individually but massive when combined. And most passengers won't figure this out until they see their total and think, why does this feel wrong? Why does this feel sneaky? Why does it feel like airlines are giving us less but charging us more? And honestly, it's because they are. And 2026 is the first year they're doing it openly. So the real question isn't how airline fees are changing. It's whether passengers are ready for a travel world where everything can become a fee. Every inch, every minute, every choice, every comfort. And if travelers don't pay attention, they'll walk straight into a future they never agreed to. But maybe that's the whole point. Because the biggest airline fee of 2026 isn't printed anywhere. It's the cost travelers pay when they stop noticing what's happening. And that's the fee airlines hope you never catch. So ask yourself, before 2026 arrives, are you paying for your flight, or are you paying for the world airlines want you to live in?